Hey everybody, welcome to Country Girl. Today's video I'm going to show you how I organize my husband's tools and workspace area in the building that I have behind me. Weekend before last I was able to go through our building and get rid of a lot of clutter and unnecessary stuff that have been collecting in our building over the years. We had originally designed that, or had that building designed so that we could utilize part of it as a workspace area, and because of all the clutter and everything over the years, we have just not been able to use that. So I'm super excited that I was able to get that done, and this past weekend I went in and organized all of my husband's tools and just cleaned up and everything, made the workspace really nice. So now we actually have a space that we can work on our projects and things like that we've been wanting to do for quite a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video so that I can show you how I did that. So what I decided to do first was to remove all of the large items off of the work table so that I could use that space to be able to sort through and divide up these smaller items or tools into various containers and things like that. And as I was removing things from the table, if I found anything that I was going to be able to hang up or use on the pegboard, I went ahead and put those on anything that was there that I could put them in. And then, you know, right here I'm just taking all of the wrenches and things like that, and I'm sorting them out and dividing them up and putting them in different various containers or sections until I can get a better handle on all of the things that I have. I did want to make use of any containers or glass jars or anything that I had already on hand. I think I only had bought like 2 or 3 items to use, but these little jars, what I'm doing is I'm putting in some of the nails and bolts and things like that that'll fit down into them so that I can get those sorted out. This is probably going to be a 2-day process as well, because this isn't as big a job as the first one I had, but there's still a lot more here than I thought. My goal was to separate all of the tools out. I put like all the bigger tools over here until I could make a space for those and get those wiped down and cleaned up. And then I kind of put some miscellaneous type items over here, and then of course in these boxes as well. Some of this stuff I'm gonna have to ask my husband because I don't even know what half of this stuff is for. I probably should be labeling some of these things, or maybe I shouldn't be mixing stuff together. I don't know, but I feel like that the way I've got it's better than the way it was anyway. But anyway, so these are what these things look like. You know, I've got them separated into little jars. I would like to have a couple more of these, a couple more of these, and a couple more of these, and maybe one more of these, because as you can see, I've still got several things that I need to put in them, and I don't have any jars. I was mainly trying to use the stuff that I already had on hand, so I am going to have to go out and purchase some more jars if I can't find them in my house already. I'm going to look through my candle jars and stuff like that and see if I can't find some, or in my pantry, some products that, you know, we can use up. But anyway, so I did purchase one of these at the Dollar Tree today, and I may end up changing some of this around after I get completely organized. And of course my organization will improve as I go along, but anyway, so I just thought these would be something nice and handy to have. And also, one of the things that I was looking for is I want clear items as much as possible, because, you know, I'm a visual person and I need to see things in order to use them. So anyway, I was able to hang some of the screwdrivers up. He had already had some of these little hooks and things in on the pegboard, and so some of this stuff was already hanging up. So I was able to hang up some of those things, and like I said, as time goes by, I may end up rearranging a lot of this or adding things to it and things like that. But one of the things I have learned from my mother is hooks is your friend when you're trying to organize a storage area or a workshop or something like that. And you know, he had some nails it looks like he had put up here in these I guess they're beams, I don't really know, to hang stuff on also. So anyway, this is where I'm at right now, and you know, I'm just gonna have to wipe some stuff down for the rest of the time, and then I'm gonna go in for the evening and start this back up again tomorrow. And when I go back in, I am gonna see if I can't find me some more little containers and stuff to organize in. In addition, I do have this Craftsman rolling toolbox thing that I need to organize as well. I don't think this is that bad because I don't really think he utilized it very much, but as you can see, there are some tools and stuff in here. So, you know, I might can make use of some of that. Oh my gosh, I tell you what, if anybody needs a wrench, we got one for sure. So I think when you are cluttered and unorganized, you tend to buy additional items that you don't need because you've already got them and you don't know it. So that's another good reason to be organized. Found some more hooks and stuff to put for the pegboard, and it also has a couple little containers in here and here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those up with what I got over here. So I found all of this in this little box, and all of these things I can use and hang up on the pegboard. So I'm probably going to just go randomly place these in different places. I can always move them around later. In addition to that, they came with these little black things, and I'm pretty sure these are used to secure these on. I'll have to look that up, but yeah, that was a great find. So I found me a piece of spare wood that we had, and I decided that I wanted to take these lids and screw those down to the top or to the bottom of this wood. And so what I did was I took a little nail and I just hammered a hole in the top of each one of the lids, and it made a little starter hole for me, and also put a little indentation in the piece of wood so that I went to screw it, it would go in and would not be quite so difficult. But I really like how this turned out, and you know, I was worried at first that I wasn't going to be able to get a shelf put them on, but then when I realized that, you know, I could just make use of the pegboard, that just worked out great. After I finished organizing everything on the work bench, I decided that I was going to go ahead and start wiping off all of the toolboxes and different air compressors and different things like that that I had stored underneath the workbench. And then of course I just swept that out around after I got everything wiped off, and then I put everything back where I had it. Now I am going to work on this rolling tool chest. Basically, I'm just going to empty out all of the drawers, and then I'm going to wipe them down, and then I'm going to start adding everything back in a more neat and organized fashion. And so this particular project did not take me very long at all. This was probably the easiest thing that I did when it came to organizing in this workspace.
Come on now, come on, won't you come with me? Time to let it go and be free. Won't you come and breathe the open skies? Come now, come listen to the melody. Slow it down, put yourself at ease. Time to live it live. Get away from the do's and don'ts. Get away, don't let it close. Loco paraíso, come and swim to the loco paraíso, under the lazy evening sun. Paraíso, come and swim to the loco paraíso, under the lazy evening sun. About time you drop that fight. When the heat be rising, we still gliding. Nothing's gonna change how we feel. It's a wondrous ride. Get away from the do's and don'ts. Get away, don't let it close. Loco paraíso.
Okay, just to show you what I put in this little hand tray or carry tray, I put some drill bits and some of the extra screwdrivers and things like that I had, along with some attachments. And then in the top part of this cabinet, I put some of the larger tools or miscellaneous tools that I really didn't have any other place for. And then in the next two drawers, I did put the sockets for the wrenches. I did put the smaller one in the top drawer, and then the larger sockets went in the drawer underneath that one. Then in the drawer underneath that, I put well, not all of the wrenches, because I got another drawer of wrenches, but there's some wrenches and box cutters in that one. And then on the middle section here, I just put some larger items in some different little cases and stuff that fit. And then in the next two drawers, you'll see that I just put some other tools where I had separated them. We've got more wrenches again, some pliers, things like that. But I did have those sorted out into different baskets and stuff, so they are easily accessible. And then on the very bottom of the cabinet, I did put a handsaw as well as a couple of hand drills. And underneath here is just some empty toolboxes, an air compressor, a shop vac, some reels. And then in these cabinets, I did not really go in and clean these out, unfortunately. I think at this point I was just kind of tired. But that's some of my husband's train stuff. And then in the next file cabinet, the very top drawer is just some knee pads and things like that. I've got some safety glasses that I'm probably going to toss in there, along with some face masks. And then the bottom part, if I found any user manuals to any of the equipment that we had, I just kind of tossed it down there for now. I might make it a little bit more organized later. And I did not touch anything in this roll cart, to be honest with you. At some point when I come out to work, I may go through these and toss some things that are no good. But for the most part, they were not too bad a shape. And this is the final product of the workshop area. I hope you enjoyed watching my video and seeing how I organized all the tools and everything. I appreciate you stopping by my channel and spending part of your day with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.